and up. All numbers. Let me put over there, continue. From don't ask me any questions. I give numbers, and you're supposed to answer these questions. So far, so good. And today, 10:28. Let's say from 1 to 100. Okay. Actually, what they ask you to do in this question. Pretend I write these numbers. The first is number 1. What is the next number, students?
2.
Good. What is the next one?
3.
What is the next one?
4.
What is the next one?
5.
But I don't have too much room here, right? So I put here, let me make a little bit more room here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To make it nice. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, let's say 4 plus. What the last number would be?
100.
100. Good. What would be number? What would be the number before 1 before last?
99.
Good. And I put here ellipses. Ellipses mean etc. In this problem, you asked to add all these numbers. And this is a very famous problem which was solved the first grader. And I show 3 minutes movie about this. He was a genius from Germany. When he was in the first grade, he solved problem very fast. In order to keep him busy, his teacher gave him exactly the same problem like you have in your Mark Twain test, exactly the same. And being in the first grade, he solved it very fast. I would like to see a short movie about this stuff. Very short, right? Very short. Only one thing. This movie, he live in Germany, and this movie in German, and I make some comments for this, okay? German movie. I work in Germany simultaneously in my academy and brought this problem for me. Okay, go ahead. Sound.
1 plus 2 plus 3.
You understand? 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? And they count.
4.
And they count.
Plus 5.
This is goes.
6. Plus 7. Und immer so in dieser Weise fort bis 100. Und dass mich keiner stört, bevor er die Lösung hat.
And he said, imagine you have to count from 1 to 100. Inspiration from sky. He saw it mentally.
Gauss gibt auf.
Kriegt gleich Schläge.
Woher hast du das?
Who told you this?
Darum ging es doch. Wir sollten alle Zahlen von 1 bis 100 addieren.
Wanna continue? Let's continue. Just a second. Few comments. This teacher, is he happy for this solution? What do you think?
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
because he's jealous, this smart genius. And how they count? You see how these kids count? They count 1 plus 2, 3. Plus 3, 6. Good. Plus 4, 10. And more number this ugly teacher gave, the less people raise hand. You see, you saw this, right? Keep doing. I will not show ending of this movie because he was severely beaten in this school, which is not good at all for small kids. Let's continue.
1 und 100 ergibt 101. 2 und 99 ergibt 101.
You see this
3 und 98
inspiration, this
101. Das kann man 50 mal. 50 mal 101 ist 5050.
and this is also.
Gauss in die Ecke. Mund halten, nachher da bleiben.
Aber wir sollten doch.
Wieder warten.
We don't like this ending, but Gauss, he was higher than all these teachers together. He becomes king of mathematician, Carl Friedrich Gauss. You can Google him, and this he in the first grade. Who would like to know how he get these answers? Raise your hand. How can they instantly get? I tell you his secret. When I told the secret to, I named it secret to in one of class, and Jessica, who published a book, 5th grader, right? And she wrote of this in her book. I just show this. Just a sec. At the beginning, she did not like math at all. But after that, you see, I love math. And this is this problem. You see, she wrote. What he did? First of all, he wrote this sequence, right? He wrote this sequence like we did. And this step is given what you're supposed to do. But very important step number 2. In step number 2, he wrote the sequence backward. The last becomes the first. Only keep in mind place value system. 100. Plus 99, place value system. What's supposed to be here, students?
98.
98, beautiful, 98. plus
97.
97 plus
96.
96.
we don't go through this, we don't have too much room. What is supposed to be right here?
1.
1. And what is supposed to write here?
2.
Oh.
2.
This is step number 1. You take crocodile and turn him back. The next step, you add each pair. $100 plus 1.
101.
2 plus 99.
Oh, I think I know what to do.
2 plus 99.
101.
Yes, good students, plus
101.
you had chance. I give you chance, everybody, more time than you need.
101.
Everywhere 101.
100.
And what he did, the next step, tell me, what is, give suggestion. What is the next step? When you know this key,
Times
next
50.
step is self-explanatory. What do you do? Next step,
101 times 50.
and how you get 50?
So since you're adding each pair, it's the amount of numbers 100 divided by 2 because it's a pair.
Very good, very good. So since we have 101 each pair, and you multiply by 100 of columns, 100. Why? Because we have 100 columns. And you're supposed to divide by 2. Why? Because it's total of black and green rows. Let's say if black is $10 and green is $20. Or let another example. Let's say if this is total and this is 20, how much only black? 2 times less. And you divide it by 2. Again, I give you a simple idea. If this and this together weight 100 pounds, pretend. How much this one?
50.
50. So since we need to get total only for this black sequence, you divide by 2. Now, how to divide by 2? 2 goes into 150 times. And now, like you did, you can do mentally, or 5 times 1 times 0 times 5, it would be 505, and 0 at the end. And this would be the answer. If you develop the technique, we name it Gaussian method, which he developed in the first grade. And you get homework for this and use Gaussian method. Who understand concept? Rushana? Who has question? Ask me questions, students. No questions? Again, let me explain again. Step number 1, write the sequence. Step number 2, write sequence backward. Backward. The same, the last becomes the first, and the first becomes the last. Line up, including place value system. Step number 3, add each pair. Each pair gives you the same value. Multiply by number of pairs. And divide by 2, always by 2, because we need total only black row. So far, so good. If I change number, who will solve it? Aha. Let me try. Wanna have Nikita H. Art, if you have question, ask me.
I'm still so confused.
Okay, I explain you. So, Emily, what about the first step? You understand this when you add number from 1 to 100? Just
Yeah.
root. Okay. What about the second step? Pretend every number written in a card. And you shuffle. You take this card over there and take different color. Pretend this is a card. You take this card and put over there. You take this card and put over here. And the same you do with, you wrote this backward, this sequence. And finally, the last one would be the first from this sequence. Just switch it. Pretend this crocodile and you switch position of this crocodile. Do you understand, Emily, this step?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now, the third step, I add each pair. This plus this. Get result. This plus this. Get result. Every pair add up. Get total. Any questions so far? Up to step number 3?
No.
Now, pretend you have candies, right, in boxes. And you have an and you have 100 boxes of candies. In each candy, in each box, you have 101 candies. Black and green. What are you supposed to do? 101 total in each box, multiply by number of boxes. And since I need only black, I divide it by 2. So far, so good. This is a key thing. You take this total, what is it? Let me write it down here. This is total of each pair. This 100 is number of pairs. And this always 2. Always 2 here. Because we need for one row. The formula is, so far so good, total of each pair multiplied by number of pairs and divide by 2. Better, Emily?
Yeah.
Again, don't be shy. Without hesitation, ask me any question. With practice, I guarantee you'll be perfect with this. Let me change slightly. Okay, and send me all the answer. Send me all the answer. Up from 1 to 200. This is problem number 2. So send the answer and we compare your results.
What are we supposed to do?
Supposed to count total from 1 to 200. Previous example was from 1 to 100, right?
Oh, okay.
And now from 1 to 200. Every time I'll just change numbers. You the same way, please. And try to solve it without guessing using my step. Okay. So again, students, don't rush. Try to do using my steps, okay? Exactly the same, Gaussian steps. Okay. Turn on camera, prepare cameras, because everybody randomly can be checked from different computers. There is no way anybody sit in your room. You know this rules, right? No way. No way somebody help you. I see your results. No comments so far. Okay, who else? Who else? We need help. Let's solve it together with you, okay? From scratch, doesn't matter what you did. If you get the same result, you put SFA plus. Only condition, nobody can help you this solving this problem. I do it from scratch. Since you understand this idea, step number 1, write numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3, and now plus, etc. The last would be 200. And this one, 199. Write down together with me. Who understand this step, students? John R. Emily. Emily. Thank you. Good idea if you use different colors as well. Write it backward. 200. But not necessarily to write all of them, because you already know this. I just write a couple of this. The first time I show a few examples to explain, but now you know every time you have 201. It was step number 2. Next, add these 2 rows. Everywhere we have 201. 201, etc. Step number 4. I would multiply. I put here in the same level. I will multiply 201 total times number of columns. For 1 to 200, we have 200. and divide by 2. Who understand up to this point? Hands up. Beautiful. Now, so we multiply, divide by 2. It's not smart. Look at this. 2 goes into 200, 100 times. I multiply by 100. Write this number. Add 2 zeros. And put comma. Some we wrote without the second zero. Some we wrote different numbers. Some we wrote like 2 or 3. No. Did you copy down? Who copied down everything from me? Put your hands down. You have to copy down everything because at home you get handouts. Okay. By the way, I will show how it look like. I have many handouts. I don't know. You see this or not? This guy is kind of Gauss, and this how he look like. And let me find his bigger picture. And he has expression. Mathematics is a queen of science. I show how he look like. King of mathematicians. These small kids, you see? Carl Friedrich Gauss. Okay. Who understand right now exactly this concept? Don't skip steps. If you do steps, Leonard, you always win. And everybody. I'm gonna change numbers for you, okay? For instance, let me take bigger. From 1 to, I don't know, to 600. What are you supposed to do? You have to add those numbers from 1 to 600 and send the results from 1 to 600. So far, so good. Good luck. All steps must exactly the same. Great if you have different colors, students. Okay, Naomi, redo this, please. Danielle, okay, redo this. Beta, Naomi, A+. And nobody use calculators. I see some strange sound in one of microphone. Nobody use this calculator. John K, check your arithmetics. Yes, Nikita. Yes, John K. Yes, John R. No, John K. John K, check your arithmetics. Much better, but don't type for backslash. System does not recognize it. Final yes. Yes, Leonard. Roshan, I'm not 100%. Check arithmetic. Emily, check. Check arithmetic. Then you okay, arithmetics. Yeah, Jessica. No, Emily. Don't worry and don't be frustrated. Even you make mistake, nobody cares. Finally, you will get it correctly. Sophia B, check arithmetics. Yes, Daniel K, you did correctly. Art, check arithmetic. We need help for this problem. Put your hands down, everybody. We need help. Let's solve it together. During my explanation, you must write it down. Yes, Daniel K. I already told, I believe this, right? So let's do it together. Many years ago, like 30 years ago, when I give problem to, we solve different problems, I give problem at the end of class and ask to bring next time solution. And one nice kid, Mark Twain Prep, he brought entire notebook and he added all these numbers without this method, right? He added all this now, entire notebook, and he did it wrong. But he could make mistake in this case. Okay, good. Step number 1. Write numbers for 1 plus 2 plus etc. Plus, since you already know this, I know total will be the same plus 600. I make it shorter because you know for sure. Okay, any questions? Step number 2. I write it backward. This 600, etc. And this is 1. Because on the test you have 50 questions for 90 minutes.
May I use the restroom?
Yes. After I finish, everybody will go to the restroom again. But anyway, you can go. Number 3. Add them up if it's urgent. This is 601 everywhere. Step number 4. Every pair give you 601. And we have 600 pairs. And you must divide by 2. 2 goes into 600 300 times. I just show how to multiply. Now you can do it mentally. 3 times 3, 0. 3 times 0. 3 times 6, 18. And plus 2 zeros. But not necessary to do this. You can use like you did in 4th grade. 601 times 300. How do I multiply? I just remind you. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. And 8 2 zeros. Forever, you get the same results. Who understand this 100%? Some students did good job, but number of zeros not the same, like 1 0. 1 0 is 10 times longer. Is it difficult actually multiplying by 3 and zeros multiplied by 3, right? Put your hands, go to the bathroom again. 2 minutes, come back, raise your hand. Students, just 3 students came back. Is it a good idea? Where you are? Leonard, Nikita, Emily, Daniel, Art, Angelina, we're waiting for you. Is this rule? Art, Leonard, you here? Why you don't raise your hand? You're wasting precious time. I do not plan to have this. Art, you here? Leonard, why? You here? Put your hands down. Let me do another one. Who feel like who feel comfortable with this problem? Comfortable. Let me give one more example. Would you like to have big numbers? Let me give big numbers. At home, I will not give you tricky. Probably I will not. I will change this handout a little bit. Well, look at this. Tell me the result. What about easy number or big number? 1 to 1,000. What about this one? Good luck. 1 to 1,000. Good. Okay, 2 students got A plus. Daniel John. 3. Naomi. Leonard. Yes, Phoebe. Majority you got this, right? You got these answers. Waiting to your answers. Okay, anybody else? Okay, who need help? Let me do this together with you. Again. Step number 1. I do it fast. 1 plus 2 plus and plus 1000. You know this, right? Step number 2. Write it backward. 1000. You know everywhere when you add them up, you get 1001. Step number 4. 1001 multiplied by 1000 divided by 2. This key thing, who understand this? Total multiplied by number of counts. Emily? No. Simplify. 2 goes into 10 5 times. How to multiply by 5? 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 zeros. Or you can use like in 4th grade in common multiplying. Who understand this? Well, you smart kids, you understand. Call it a little bit more challenging. A little bit more challenging. Let me give you. For instance, be smart. Well, how people create instead? They do the same way. They take a topic and change numbers. Let's say up to 600. But let me start not from 1. Let me start from 2. Good luck. Think about it. My suggestion, take my notes and practice at home with all these examples. Let me see who is who. So previous some students solve wrong, but don't worry, at home practice more with my examples. No comments, I'm just watching what you're doing. Who need help for this? Actually, everybody failed. Everybody solved, you failed. Let me explain what is the difference here. Cut it down. Remember I told you about tea kettle method? Remember tea kettle? Who remember tea kettle method? Do you remember tea kettle method? Change to the problem which you know how to solve, right? How this problem different to what we did before? Who will tell me?
There's a 2 instead of a 1.
Yes. And you just ignore this. You send me the answer. You send me answer as a 1, right? Everybody. The same answer, which has no sense. Agree, students? You cannot ignore numbers. You disrespect to numbers. So step number 1. To make a little bit room, I will make some trick. Plus 3, plus 4, and plus 600. Pretend I have 1, but this 1 is invisible, like host. Pretend I have 1. For 1, you know how to do this, right? Easy. 600, etc. And what do you have? Add them up. And you get total 601. Exactly like we did a few minutes ago. Step number 4. Each columns give you 601. And we have pretend this invisible also a person. You multiply by 600. Divide by 2. And 2 goes in 600 300 times. Who need help multiplying 601 by 300? If you need help, who need help? Raise your hand if you need help how to multiply. Look at this. Fourth grade, third grade. 601 times 300. Ignore this. Some kids writing 0, 0, 0. It's not Google Gaga step. No, kids, gifted. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. And add 2 zeros at the end. And the answer would be 1, 8, 0, 3, 100. Okay. Who liked this result? Raise your hand. Who does not like this result? I don't like this result because we did not have 1. I ignore. I pretend that we have 1. I counted. But if you don't have this dollar in your pocket, total will be the same or less by $1. What do you think?
Less.
Less. Excellent. Smart kid.
Less.
Step number 5. 180. After that, you can do it mentally. You have to subtract 1. So the final result is supposed to be 1 less. This is imaginary 1. I don't use imaginary. It's for SAT. It's kind of, we have this one. Let's put this way. And this is 992081. Come on. So when you have problem with something in front and you get this in your homework, we don't have something at the beginning. Pretend we have this, guys. Solve like you do, like this nice kid in the first grade. We watch movie. The first, not 5th grade, the first grade. Count everything, and after that, just subtract whatever we had in front. Who understand this 100%? Okay. Let me solve a couple of these examples. I guess just give idea of this. Pretend. Okay. Let us see. Let me solve by myself, okay? I want to get idea. From 3 to 800. Let me remind you again, T-kettle method. Two people, mathematician and physicist, they discuss how to boil a water and tea kettle. Physicist, take tea kettle, take lid off, pour water in, turn on stove, put lid back, take this tea kettle, put on the stove, on this flame, and wait when it's boiling. Now mathematician turn. He said, turn off this stove. Get rid of water from the tea kettle. And we will return to the problem which physicists already explained us. So on the test, you have only limited time. You have 50 questions for 90 minutes. Can you create a new method for 1 minute 30 seconds, students? Is it real?
No.
No. You think how to change problem to problem you already know. This is idea of T-kettle method. T-kettle method very productive to any age, from your grade, from beginning school, right? You have to high school, to university, to Nobel Prize. Or many cases, people not necessarily create something from scratch. They transform problem to problem they know how to solve. So how to use this T-kettle approach to Gaussian method? Step number 1. From 1, we don't have 1. But I know how to solve problem with 1. 1 goes. Do we have 2 students? Do we have 2?
No.
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 Second ghost. It's even said, you see, second ghost. Do we have 3?
Yes.
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 Good. And the last one would be 800. Now, just put 2 ghosts in front. That's it. Who understands this step? Hands up. Emily, never ever my system generated the system ready to kick you out from this program. One more time, if I'm not watching this AI, it sees that you turn on any browser, bye-bye. Mommy, I miss you. Understand, Emily? Yes, no? I can hear you.
Yeah.
It's related for everybody. Plus, our system scanning show that some of you talking with somebody. One more time, I insist, you must be one. No, Emily, again, you have browser?
Sorry, sometimes it just like opened up. So.
Don't tell me this garbage stuff. Don't open any browsers. And nobody have anybody with you. I can easily scan, my system scanning everybody, all the sounds, and I can easily turn on everybody's cameras, like we did a couple of classes ago. If I see one more time, already some of you have 2 red dots. It will be the last class for you. I want you to pass this test. Your parents work hard. This is your job. Step number 2. Pretend you have this. Even you don't have, pretend we have. And put exactly like we did place value system here. You can put over there, you can put here, what is it? 799. But nobody needs this actually. And the last is 1. Even we don't have this one. This is step number 2. I wrote this, even I have this ghost, virtual numbers. I apply the same method like we used before. Next, step number 3. Add them up. 1 plus 800, 801. Everywhere. This is the idea of Gaussian method. Step number 4. Total is 801 multiplied by 800 columns and divide by 2. If you have a chance, simplify. 2 goes into 8 4 times and 2 zeros. Who need help with multiplication with these two numbers? I show one more time. Probably give handouts on multiplication. 801 times 400. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 8, 32. And 2 zeros. You can write over there. 320, 400. Who thinks this is the answer? Put your hands down. Hands down. Who thinks this is not the answer? Smart kids, majority understand this is not the answer. Why? Because I don't have $1 and $2. I don't have $3 actually. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 fake numbers. 3 total 3. Total will be by 3 less. What is supposed to do? If I subtract 3, it would be 7, 9, 3, 3, 20. And this would be step number 5. Probably like this, step number 5. This step number 5. Because total would be less by 3 fake numbers here. No, doesn't matter what they do in the test. You're very smart if you understand this method, which was created by Carl Gauss in the first grade, right? Don't Google, you can Google in internet about Carl Gauss, but nobody will name this method Gaussian. I name it Gaussian for identify this method that it was created by first grader Carl Friedrich Gauss. Okay, so put your hands down. Jesse, who think you understand this 100% right now? Accept. So actually, what is supposed to do? Few steps. Step number 1, write sequence. Step number 2, and this is sequence. Write this backward. Line up. Step number 3, add up each column. Step number 4, multiply total of each column by number of columns and divide by 2. Because we need to get total of 1 sequence. And finally, if our sequence started not from 1, don't forget to find total of numbers which are virtual. Let me virtual numbers. Subtract this total and you get the answer. 5 steps, usually 4. But if you start not from 1, is 5 steps. Do you think anybody in your class will solve this in 1 minute, this problem? Or who thinks anybody of your class solve this problem? Nobody, because you fail everybody at the beginning of this class. Our goal not only solve it correctly, but also solve it fast. That's why practice makes perfect. Let me give some numbers. Okay, now your turn to. Okay, I give you some numbers. Let me give some numbers. Easy numbers at the beginning. Well, try this one. 1 to 300. Good luck. So who needs help with this problem? Okay, so don't think that we have only even all this stuff. I mean, it's question of multiplication. From my point of view, no big differences between this and what we did before. because what they do on the test, you have to know how to multiply numbers. 4th grade Common Core, sometimes 3rd grade. Let me do by myself. 1 plus 2 plus blah 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 and plus 300. And you know Gaussian method perfectly, right? To understand this step up very fast, 2 seconds. Leonard, Nikita A. Leonard, you not listening? Nikita A. Nikita A, get red dot. Okay, not good. Nikita, 2 seconds. More than 2 seconds, red dot. After that, bye-bye, mommy, I miss you. Step number 2. What am I supposed to do in step number 2, student? Help me. Who will help?
You have to write it back.
Backwards.
Reverse.
Yes. Absolutely. 300, etc. Not necessarily to write all of them, because you know already results, right? Step number 3. What are you supposed to do in step number 3, student? Help me.
You have to do.
You have to add the pairs.
to add the 1.
Add each pair, right? So each pair gives you 301 everywhere. Let's say if I had here 299, I would also have 301, etc., etc. In step number 4, what are you supposed to do in step number 4?
You have to do
301.
301 divided
by 2.
Multiply by 300 and divide by 2. Can I divide 301 by 2 without remainder?
No.
You
No.
have to divide the
Otherwise,
300 by 2.
right?
And that equals 150.
Yes, exactly. Now, let's go to 4th grade and multiply 301 times 150. Ignore this last one, 0. We add them later. Don't write like small kids, 0, 0, 0. You're smart, not go-ga-ga-ga. I multiply by 5. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 3 is 15. Now I multiply this by 1, but don't forget to shift. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 5, 0 plus 1 is 1. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. And add 0. And put comma. And result would be 45,150. That's it. So we do the same steps. Only some students simplify using this one. Not good idea. And he gets fractions. You know, you don't have fractions here. Whole numbers. Who understands this 100%, students? 100. Good. When I give you handouts, I give you a little bit this story. I will send this. I have many different handouts like this. Read this story. Enjoy. Do you like this story, by the way, about small kids in the 1st grade?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
feel he real genius, right? Yes. And you can work hard and you can accomplish a lot. Plus, you will get homework. In homework, kind of like this. You have assignments, and your assignments, you do exactly the same steps in your homework, in your notebook. And after that, ask parents to make a picture and send me this homework. Plus, students, starting from now, I give you also read little by little under my supervision Internet Dictionary. We have different packages because I will teach you computers, technology, and under my supervision, we don't have too many classes. You will read little by little, by couple pages, this stuff. After that, I explain some of them most important on the screen, and you will be ready for my lectures during winter recess. When you have classes every day, you remember this, right? I'm gonna go through computers. Now, let me write you home.